From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm John Kennedy. The Israeli military says Iran has launched a number of drones toward the country.
Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari says Israel is prepared and has been on heightened alert since last week, when Iran threatened retaliation for an Israeli airstrike in Syria that killed 2 leading Iranian generals. Israel is closing its airspace to flights and has canceled school and large public gatherings. President Biden has flown to the White House to be in contact with top security officials. A White House statement says the U.S. will support Israel's defense against the airborne attack from Iran. I'm Jackie Quinn.
Global Affairs Canada says the unpredictable security situation in the Israeli region is bringing a heightened risk of attack, and Foreign Affairs Minister Melanie Joly says the situation remains highly volatile. Joly posted to social media that things could escalate without notice, and Canadians are being advised to leave the region through commercial means as soon as possible. The warning for Canadians to avoid travel into the region looms as Iran launches an attack against Israel in retaliation for an alleged strike against the Iranian consulate in Syria. A second rescue attempt in a remote British Columbia lagoon will not take place today after a stranded orca calf resisted efforts to be relocated into the ocean. An administrator working with the Ahadasat First Nation says the rescue team is regrouping. They say they're planning their next effort to save the young orca, but there's currently no date set for the next operation. U.S. federal authorities say a North Atlantic right whale has been spotted entangled in rope off New England, worsening an already devastating year for the vanishing animals. Scott Landry, director of Marine Animal Entanglement Response Programs with the Center for Coastal Studies, says from what is observed, the whale has rope coming out of both sides of its mouth.
We don't think this is the worst entanglement we've ever seen. Right now, there's no complete wrap of any body part. And it's a constricting wrap that is likely going to kill a whale over the short or long term. In this case, the whale doesn't have either of those. But of course, anything can change.
Several right whales have died this year off Georgia and Massachusetts, and environmental groups fear the species could be headed for extinction sooner than later. 6 people were stabbed to death and 8 others were hospitalized during a knife attack at a busy suburban shopping center in Sydney, Australia. Police shot and killed the suspect at the scene this afternoon. Australian politician Kelly Sloan says community leaders and services will be there for supporting those who need it. New South Wales police say they aren't able to name the suspect until a formal identification is done, and they aren't treating the attack as terrorism. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Masters tournament at Augusta National Golf Course has seen Nikolai Hodggaard move in with 7 under through 10 at -3 in the third round. Canadian Corey Connors is tied for 36th, finishing the third round with a +6, while Adam Hadwin managed a +14. Adam Hadwin managed +14 and finished the third round, sitting tied for 59th, just above the cut line. In the NHL, the Winnipeg Jets are on the road this afternoon, taking on the Colorado Avalanche. Winnipeg is on a 5-game winning streak and is tied with Colorado at 104 points. Both teams are 5 behind Central Division and Western Conference leading Dallas with 3 games left in the regular season. Elsewhere, Montreal visits Ottawa, Toronto hosts Detroit, and Edmonton welcomes Vancouver. The Toronto Blue Jays play host to the Colorado Rockies at the Rogers Center this afternoon. Toronto is looking to snap a 2-game skid after falling 12-4 to Colorado in the opener of the 3-game series against the Rockies. From the Canadian Press, I'm John Kennedy.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.